Hey guys, it's Ein here with yet another silly redstone contraption to show you. A couple guys and I have been toying around on my private server, and we've been playing with the idea of completely redoing our old Rapture build, which was the underwater city from BioShock, since the initial build took place back in Alpha, and we have all these wonderful amenities like working redstone, minecarts, and pistons now. So here's the new lighthouse we've been playing around with. Here's our old one, just for comparison's sake. I think the new one is leaps and bounds better and more accurate, truthfully. But let me just take you inside here and show you a couple things. Here's our new Andrew Ryan bust, which I think is hilarious. I think it gets the job done pretty well, and you can tell what we're going for with it. But more importantly, what I want to show you guys is the Bathysphere chamber down here. And let's just go on in here. Alright. Those of you who might have seen our old BioShock videos might recall that the bathysphere in our old lighthouse was basically a boat ride that took you down into the underwater city. Because we didn't have minecarts at the time. We didn't have any of that stuff working. As cool as it would be to have the whole bathysphere itself, the whole sphere move and take you down there, that's not possible without a whole lot of modding. And, that's a very deep rabbit hole to get into just for this kind of effect. So what I've done instead is I've set up a kind of minecart station inside of here that I think is relatively seamless, that I wanted to show you guys. So basically you get down here and you go into the bathysphere, and when you trip these pressure plates, what it's going to do is it's going to call a minecart up for you into the bathysphere, right through the floor there. And then you obviously hop in. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm just trying to illustrate the point here. But you hop in, and you hit the button, and you're on your way. And what it'll do is it'll basically drop you out the bottom of the bathysphere onto the track, so that you can start the quote-unquote bathysphere ride down into the city, which is basically going to be an elaborate minecart ride. But the mechanism of this is actually really simple, and the next person in, when they trip the plates, they get a new cart. You see how that works, and then they can send that on their way. It's really, I think, pretty cool. But because it's really simple, I just want to show you guys how this works. Let's go over to where I started drafting the build in the first place. This is basically the entire mechanism right here. And it takes advantage of the fact that minecarts can run up through the floor through half blocks. So let's just show you how this works. I'm just going to say, just for the sake of illustration, we're going to push a minecart up. And you see how it rolls up through this floor here? There's a half block. And just stops right there. And what you can do is you can hit the button and then drop it onto a track below. It's really pretty simple. The only hard part is this piece right here, because what's going to happen is when you build this piece of rail right here... Oh, I didn't mean to take that block away. 1 second. When you build this piece of rail right here, it's going to be flat. The easy way to fix that, just put a rail on top of this block, then break it again. It angles this one up, and it'll stay like that until, you break the block next to it or anything happens to it. So just for the purposes of illustration, I'm going to show you how a passenger goes through this. We're going to walk in, step on a plate, cart's going to come up through the floor. I'm going to hop in, hit that button. It's going to shift me off to one side and drop me onto the rail below, which, when I have time to actually put it all together, would basically take you down into the underwater city. It's not exactly a bathysphere ride per se, but I think it gets the job done pretty well. And you see right now, all it's doing is looping around basically and leaving the cart, ready for the next person, because I haven't built that whole system yet. But you get the idea. It's a simple little trick, I think, of making the bathysphere at least slightly useful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an IP for this server in the description of the video so that you guys can join in and, just hang out, build whatever. I don't expect that to be up for too long, that server, just because I'm kind of just hosting it myself just to dick around on for now. But, if anyone wants to hop on, feel free. Thanks, guys.